Question, what's your take on the 90-day rule? The 90-day rule, guys, I saw the hey. Personally, I'm dizzy. This Hello my darlings, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Noko Rakoma. If you are new on this channel, you're most welcome, and I sincerely hope that by the end of this video you would have subscribed and become a part of the family. If you've been here before, thank you so much for your continuous love and support. It really doesn't go unnoticed. If you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. Please comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please also follow me on all my social media platforms, and I'll make sure that I leave the handles on the screen. Right, so in today's video we're going to be doing a questions and answer tag. So I obviously went to my Instagram and I asked you guys to ask me anything that you'd like to know about me, and you guys came through as expected, really. And so today I'll just be going through those questions that you guys asked, and I will be what's wrong with my tongue, and I will be responding to the questions, right? So I got like quite a number of questions, not a lot, but definitely enough to film a video. Not a lot, but also enough to film like an hour-long video, which we obviously don't want. I'm not trying to have this video be too lengthy, so I'm gonna see how long it goes, and if it's too long, I'm just gonna have to split it into two parts. So we'll see as we go. But let us get into the video. I have with me a glass of some wines because you guys can get spicy, so I will every now and again need to clear my throat, okay? So good. Let's get into the first question. The first question says, do you believe in soul ties? Have you experienced it, and what advice would you give to someone experiencing soul ties? This is too deep for a first question. I mean, I thought we were playing here, and okay, so I absolutely do believe in soul ties. I'm a very spiritual person, so I absolutely believe in the exchange of energies, the exchange of I don't know how to put it, but I absolutely do believe that, you know, as you exchange energies with someone, your souls can definitely get tied. I don't know if this makes sense, but it makes sense in my head. I do believe in I've never experienced soul ties myself, not that I'm aware of. Maybe some things that are going on in my life right now, it's just like a result of soul ties, but maybe I'm not aware yet. So yeah, I do believe in them. I have not experienced them. I really don't have any advice to give because I don't think I'm qualified because I've never been through this. But I mean, the only thing I can tell you is to pray, because what else can you do? There's literally nothing that you can do except to just pray to God to guide you if that's something that you're dealing with, to just help you and to give you, what's the word that I'm looking for? Oh my goodness, how can I forget this word? Okay, that word has completely vanished, but just pray about it. Just pray about it. Ask God to help you, because there's absolutely, I promise you, there is absolutely nothing that God can do. And yeah, just pray for wisdom, for, you know, your future, obviously your future entanglements, whatever the case may be. Pray for wisdom. Pray for, I really want to use this word, but it's not coming to my mind. Discernment. Pray for discernment. Pray for a discerning spirit, so that you're able to tell who you can obviously associate with yourself with and who you can't. That's really, really important before jumping into any relationship. So yeah, I am actually realizing that this lash is the ghetto. I hope it doesn't distract you guys, but we're gonna have to work with what we have, because I'm not about to go and fix it. Next question, how do you respond to life's challenges? Wow. So I respond to life's challenges by embracing them, accepting when there's a problem, accepting when there's a challenge, recognizing that this is actually a challenge. And I think that's the first thing, and that helps me throughout the process. I've never been one person to be in denial about situations that I'm faced with. So I'm always just accepting and embracing of situations, and I think that helps me to deal with my stuff better, because I'm one person that literally deals with stuff for like 2 seconds. If I have to cry, I'm gonna cry for 2 seconds, and then I'm gonna keep it moving. And I think the one thing that's really helping me be like this is the fact that I'm able to embrace and accept things first in my head. I make peace with things, no matter how hurting it is, no matter how bad it is. I just accept and make peace with stuff, and I think that's how I best deal with my issues. And of course, prayer, believing in God, that's really all I do. And what is your greatest desire in life? My greatest desire in life has got to be definitely living my purpose. I really want to get to a point where I wake up every single day and I feel that, listen, girl, you are doing exactly what you are meant to do, you know. I can't really say that I'm not doing that at the moment. I am, but it's something that I want to constantly improve and grow, right? And I never want to be comfortable. I never want to be in a comfortable position. Every single day I want to wake up and feel like, listen, you are making God proud. God is looking down on you and he's saying, my baby girl is doing exactly what I sent her to do. And I think that's my greatest desire, to live every single day knowing that what I'm doing is something that I'm passionate about, and it's something that God wants me to do, and it's something that is making an impact on other people's lives. And I think I'll be at my happiest, like genuinely. And next question, is Mjolo worth it? Hi, Bo. Angazi, yes, but I just feel like there's, okay, for me at least, there's a difference between Mjolo and love. I don't know much about Mjolo, because you know, different interpretations for different people. But in terms of love, love is 100% always worth it. Always will be. Forever will be worth it. Do you get my point? Love is genuinely, no matter how many times you get hurt, no matter how many times they dribble you, no matter how many times it doesn't work out, girl, give love a chance. Always just give love a chance. And I think I'm that person. You know, I get hurt, but even in my hurting, even in my crying, even in my sorrow and misery and all of that, I always know, Witty, should love come at me once again, I will definitely give it my all. So love is totally worth it. Umjolo angazi, it depends on what you define mjolo as, but that's what I can say about this question. Moving right along, the next question is, what do you do? This is a very vague question, but I assume it's speaking to my career and yeah, what I do for a living, right? I am a town and regional planner, and I am a YouTuber and a digital content creator, and that's what I do basically. Next question, are you happy with your job? Let me just put my phone on silent, guys. Are you happy with your job? Right, listen, I am happy with my job. It's just some things that relate to my job that I'm not happy with. For example, there's one person that's making work hell, and I'm not happy with that. But in terms of my job, yes, I love what I do, I enjoy what I do, but I could do with a challenge. I feel like the work that I do at the moment is very limited, and okay, I'm sorry about that. It's very limited, and it's like because look, as a town planner, you do different things. In if you're working for a town planner in the private sector, does something different than what a town planner in government does. Right? And I work for the government, and it's kind of, I feel like I've done it all. At this point, I'm like, I'm not getting challenges anymore. So I really would love to be in a different environment. But I do enjoy my job. I just would love more challenges and to do something different and a better working environment. And yeah, but in terms of the work itself and what I do, I love my job. Next question, what do you do as a career? So I've already explained what I do. I am a town planner. I don't know if I should get into detail. I do want to have a feature on my channel where I do some kind of career guidance. So first career obviously being town planning, because I'm a town planner, right? And yeah, I sort of got a revelation. God spoke to my spirit about it. and that's something that I want to do for my channel. So I will be having a segment of career guidance, and I'll just be doing research on different careers and just featuring them on my channel, because I know there are a lot of people that watch me who are still in high school, students. Listen, even if you are 35 and you're watching this channel, it is not too late for you to change your mind about anything that you want to do. You can absolutely change your careers at 40, at 50. I don't care. So that segment is for people like you, and it will be coming soon. But I'm a town planner, and yeah, I think there's a question that asks for a bit more detail, so I will get into a bit of detail about what I do when I get to that question. Next question: how do you cope with stress? I'm never stressed. Me and stress, we are like oil and water. It doesn't happen. I'm not trying to be arrogant or anything like that, but I'm literally telling you the truth and the reality of my life. I don't stress about anything. I don't worry about anything. I have given my life to the Lord. I have placed all my trust to God. If I tell myself that I 100% believe in God and what He has for me, is there a need for me to worry about anything? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think it makes sense. You can't believe in God and then you worry and you stress. Why are you stressing? Is your trust in God limited? I don't stress. I don't worry. I know who my daddy is. I know who got my life. I know what he's capable of. Why should I stress myself? Literally, I don't want to carry burdens that are not for me, because that would be too heavy. It's God's burden to carry. He knows exactly what to do. So, Mina, I'm not going to stress myself. Soze. Um, if it's not, next question, if it's not too intrusive, what are your goals for the next 5 years? To be quite honest with you, I haven't really thought about this. I really haven't. But just from the top of my head right now, what comes to my mind is that obviously in the next 5 years, I want to be in a stable career. I love serving in public. I love being in public service. So I do want to continue working for the government, serving wherever God places me, making a difference in development, in town planning, and so at some point when I was in varsity, because that's what everyone is doing and it seemed cool, I felt like I was gonna start my own town planning company. I even had a name for it, and it was Prudent Town Planning. And now that I think about it, I think I'm good with being an employee for the government, and it's something that I want to do for as long as I can do it, for as long as I feel passionate about it. So do not ever feel pressure to be an entrepreneur if that's not who you are. I will absolutely be an entrepreneur for other things, but in terms of my town planning work, I think I'm good working for the government. So in the next 5 years, I still want to be in government, probably at a managerial position or supervisory level. But yeah, so yeah, I definitely want to be married in 5 years. I know people say marriage is not a goal. Marriage is a goal to me. Okay, it to be married is my goal. To be married is something that I desire. I desire marriage. I desire family. I desire that dynamic, and it is such a goal to my life. It's an objective that I wish to accomplish one day. So if you're gonna come to me and tell me, oh, marriage is not a goal, blah blah blah, girl, talk for yourself, okay? That's fighting, because goals are subjective. There's no rule that says this goal is the goal for everyone else. It doesn't work like that. What you have as a goal for yourself might not be a goal for the next person, and that is totally okay. So don't let them make you feel bad if you want to be married, okay? Don't let them get to you. Get married. If it's something that you love, I feel like that's also one of my callings and my passion. I feel like God has called me to be in a certain family and to lead that family, obviously under the leadership of my husband, under the submission, under, I don't know how to say it, but under yeah, under my husband as a head of the home, but I feel I'm so passionate about family. I'm so passionate about that entire setting, that entire dynamic, that I feel God has definitely called me for a life like that, you know, to be in a home, to have a husband, to love my husband, to love my kids, and to just have this strong bond that keeps us together, and to bring them closer to God, and to bring them closer to their dreams, to just excel and definitely slay at motherhood, at marriage, and at being a wife, and all of that. So I can you guys tell how passionate I am when I'm speaking about this? So in 5 years, I definitely want to be married. I definitely must have invested in my first property. It doesn't have to be a house that I'm gonna stay in for the rest of my life, but I definitely need to have like an investment in my first property, a car, and yeah, you know, just growing also on social media as a social media influencer on Instagram, on YouTube, on, you know, everything else that I like to do. I just want to passionately do the things that I'm passionate about, and just live my dream, and just, yeah. So yeah, that's part of it. And next question says, how did you meet men's? Ish, I thought we were talking about serious stuff, but kaloku nina niyawathanda umjolo, guys. Little mjolo too much. Okay. So I met men's at work. He's not my colleague. We don't work together. I don't do those things. Ask my real colleagues. They'll tell you, Guti, lo, you will never dlalela kuye. Angibakhulumisi mina amadoda emsebenzini, guys, and basile old men who think there's a fresh stalker in the office. Not me. You will never get it. Anyway, I digress. But well, I met my boyfriend at work. So he's in the IT field, and he works for a company that sort of works with my department. So if we have like maybe an IT issue, they like at work, they would log a call to that company, and an IT technician from that company would have to come to my office to fix that problem. So basically he was at my office to do that, and it was during lunch. I remember I had a parcel to collect at PEP, and I went out of the office. As I was going out, he was standing there with the security guard, and they were talking. And because I just greet whenever I pass the security post, I just greeted. And he's like, why does it look like I know you from somewhere? I was like, sir, you absolutely don't know me, because I know that I know no one from this place, and no one knows me, you know. And then he was obviously just trying to be funny, and then he was like, can I get to know you? And then he came to me and he asked for my number, and I gave him my number, and he disappointed me so much. I thought, this guy, like in the way that he was texting and the way that he was calling me, and I thought, this man is the ghetto. There is no way that I'm giving him a chance. And but well, fast forward, yeah, that's how I met him. Next question. What job do you do? Always hear you saying I'm going to work. That's shady. But anyway, so I am a town planner. So what town planners do is that we are basically managers of land, right? So you have a piece of land somewhere and you want to do something on that land. Because you own the land, you don't have the right to do anything you like on that land. We don't care if it's yours. We don't care how much you bought it for. You have no right to do whatever you like on that land. So you approach your town planner and you say, hey, look, I have this piece of land here, and this is what I'd love to do on that land. And we have to basically assess the situation and see what's that land around, what can you do there, what's allowed to happen there. So yeah, essentially what we do is that we assess that entire situation, look at where your piece of land is located, what kind of activities will you find around this area, right? Because, for example, just a typical simple example that anyone can think of, really, just because you have a particular piece of land, as I said, it doesn't mean you can do anything you like on it. For example, you can't come, let's say you have a piece of land next to a school, maybe, and maybe let me not say a school, yeah, let's just say a school, let's just say a school, for argument's sake, and then you want to have like maybe a tavern next to that school. Make it make sense. I mean, obviously taverns are places that sort of like make noise and stuff like that during the night, but they may also play loud music during the day. Also, just the kind of influence that such a place has on school children, right? So we don't want anything like that. Now, another thing is that for a specific size of an area, let's say for a township that is about 10 square meters, just making an example, for a township that is about 10 square meters, you can only have a certain number of schools, right? Let's say you can only have 2 schools. So now you come with your proposal as a landowner, and there's this place with that is 10 square meters. There's already 2 schools, which is what is required anyway. And then you come and you want to develop a new school, and it's like, according to these analysis, there is no way we can afford to have another school here, because no one is going to use it, because already we know that this area is the size and it has this number of schools, and already this is how many students there are in this area, how many attend that one school and how many attend that other school. So chances are, if you have a school here, you're not going to get any profit, because there will be no one to attend your school, right? So we look at such things, and yeah, that's basically the work that I do. But that's more the work that you would do as a town planner in the private sector. I am obviously in government, and I don't exactly do that. Also in government, it depends exactly where you are, in which department, in which directorate, in are you working for a municipality, are you working for a state-owned entity. It's a lot. So your work differs according to, the work differs according to where exactly you are working as a town planner. So in a nutshell, that's what I do. And next question, what's the one thing that keeps you going on your worst days? I think it has to be the assurance. What did I just say? But like the assurance that you get from God's word. I think, man, I love the word of God, because it gives me so much. It gives me so much surety, and the assurance that you get. And I love the word of God, because if you believe in what the word says, then you are always expectant, right? And the word says exactly that. You must be expectant of good things. There's, you know, oh man, how do I even put this? But just knowing that God's word promises this and this and that, God's word says, my life, God says, I deserve this and this and that, and God is saying, this is what I will provide for you. And yeah, that really keeps me going, because I'm like, listen, it is quite difficult today, but I can still um be confident in the promises that God makes. And also, just there's one saying that I once saw on social media, and it's been stuck with me since, and it says that the knowledge, the possibility of life being much better than what it is right now is definitely worth living for. And I absolutely agree. The knowledge that today you could think, listen, I have this car, I have this job, I have this salary, but just the possibility of all of that changing for the better, the possibility of you having an increased salary than what you're having, the possibility of you having a better job, a better position, a better car, or even more cars. That's just exciting, and surely it should keep anyone going. And yeah, so that's really what keeps me going. Next question, how will you react if your child turns out to be part of the LGBTQI community? This is quite deep. But look, I mean, it's not rocket sciences. I would never want my child to feel out of place. I am I'm no judge. God never said we must judge each other. I will never disown my child for being a part of the LGBTQI. This is so long. LGBTQ. Oh, yeah. So I'll never judge my child for that. I'll never disown them. Um, yeah, I will genuinely accept my child as they are, because I'm not perfect myself, and there are things that I do that aren't necessarily acceptable, where the Bible is concerned, where Christianity is concerned, but God still accepts me and loves me as I am. And I think the most important for me is someone's personality and just their heart and just how they react to other people. And yeah, so for me, I think I will teach my child, just the importance of good morals and principles, and how just how to love other people and treat other people and just respect other. I think for me that's the most important thing. And yeah, so I would just be glad to have children who are decent human beings, and I think that's the most important thing. Next question: what's your take on the 90-day rule? The 90-day rule, guys, I saw the hey. Personally, I'm dizzy. This will never work for me. Um, yeah, no, I just don't get the meaning behind it, because at the end of the day, whether or not you wait for 90 days, if someone wants to do you dirty, they will do you dirty. So yeah, man, I just feel like that's pointless because it doesn't guarantee anything. So 90-day rule, not for me, and no thanks, I'll pass. What are your goals? Next question: what are your goals for your YouTube channel? Look, as I did say earlier, I just want to live my purpose, and I think the greater purpose for me starting this channel was so that I could live my purpose through this channel, right? And if anyone knows, if anyone has been watching me for the longest time, from 2017 when I started my channel, I've been on and off, but that's when I started. The biggest thing for me was that I am very passionate about words, right? I'm an exceptional speaker and writer. I don't like to give my writing abilities that much attention, and I do think that is something that is going to definitely haunt me in the long run, because I'm an excellent writer, guys. Once I just take the pen, and I just know how to play with words, whether I'm writing or speaking. I'm good at that, and I say it so confidently with my chest. I am exceptionally good with words, and that's you know and I remember at a time when I was still obsessed with parliament and politics and stuff like that, I would just imagine myself maybe on a news channel being invited to speak about something. Like, I'd literally just stand in front of the mirror and start talking about maybe education, just start giving my view like I'm in an interview and someone is asking me a question. And that's how passionate I am about words. I do absolutely 100% believe that there is a way in which just using your words can impact other people and make a change. And I like to make this example. In the beginning, God literally said a word, and everything that you see came into being, okay? It was just a word. And I mean, I know I don't have the power that God has. I'm obviously not a miracle maker, but I absolutely do believe that even on this earth, me as a human being, just using words can definitely impact someone's life and make a change in the world. And that's literally what I wanted my channel to be about. I just want to be able to speak and express myself about the things that I feel very strongly about. And more than anything, I want it to be a space of having dialogues and conversations about different issues that we are faced with as a society. So essentially, the direction that I'm taking with my channel eventually, which is something that you'll see, is that I want it to be, if I were to compare it with anyone's channel in South Africa, it would be Mpumile Dwaba, Kayise Ngula. It's a bit dry in my mouth. I need to say that name right. Kayise Ngula, who was a presenter on A Perfect Wedding. Her channel is not that old. She started it after her losing her husband and stuff like that, and basically she just invites people, sit down and have. I love that. I just love to sit down with someone and ask them a few questions very passionately and just engage with that person. So that's definitely the direction that I'm taking in terms of my channel. And yeah, as we evolve and grow, that is something that you will see. And I just absolutely want to be my channel to be a place of positivity where someone can come and be impacted and, you know, change something about their lives. And that's, yeah. Do you see the passion on my face? That's literally how passionate I am about this thing. And yeah, so I think this is long enough. So I'm going to end this video here. And then immediately after this, I will continue shooting part 2 of this video. So if you do like this video, guys, make sure to give it a massive thumbs up. Please comment down below. Follow me on my social media platforms. And most importantly, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really love having you here. Love hearing from you. So yeah, please look out for part 2, which will be coming out very, very soon. And I will see you guys next time.